Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start this episode off with actually, let's see, we're level 45 with 10 across the board except for 25 strength, 20 dex, which is enough to wield this strangling sword. And we're gonna travel to Hades Tower, the Tower of Flame. We're gonna go take down. I might have should have leveled up. I'm not really sure. It takes 3,000 to level up. I got 25,000 souls. Hopefully I won't lose very many going through the what's the name of this place again? No Man's Wharf. Let's go ahead and go human just for the sake of going human. So we don't look god awful. And there's actually, so I don't forget, let me run around. Oh, can't run under there. Run around the outside of this, pick up this monastery charm, which is always there, and progress forward. Now this area is actually pretty interesting because it's under the water line, and there's several of these what are they? The guardians. I don't even remember what they're called. Old knights. There's several of them guarding several rather interesting treasures. Like this guy here is he's guarding. I'm sorry, he's guarding several souls. I think there's a soul of a proud knight, soul of a brave warrior. Let's see here. There's a human effigy, dark troches, soul of a proud knight, and old knight halberd. Okay, so he guards a couple of soul items and a weapon, but they actually guard a couple of really interesting items, but there's only a select number of them in this area. But what's really interesting about this area is that not only that they're here, but this area is actually supposed to be underwater, and obviously, as you can see, it is not. So that kind of leaves speculation for the way they design the areas. Which I don't really, it doesn't affect me any. They design the areas the way they wanted to design them. From Software does what they want to do. I don't care. But there's a lot of people out there that notice that as you go out of the Tower of Flame into the No Man's Wharf, that as you can see here going down the elevator, you're going to go down farther underwater, but you're going to come out into a No Man's Wharf, which is a dock of sorts, but it doesn't really affect me any as it does others who really notice those small details. It's really interesting though, nonetheless. As you can see here, we enter some water where you can kind of notice that you're going to be entering an area where water is a contributing factor. But this way you're going to this is where you will find the, oh god, I didn't mean to wear that. You'll find the knight set, which is actually what I'm going to go get right now, is go grab the knight set. And there's actually another knight. Oh, knight. Is there? Is there another knight? Oh, maybe there isn't. Okay, cool. Grab this chest, which is not a mimic. Is actually the chest that contains the old knight, the knight set, not the old knight set. Can I wear any of it? No, I cannot. Let's see. Throw the falconer set back on. Can I wear the knight helm? Nope. Sure can't. So until we up our vitality, we're going to be rolling with this set of armor. But anyway, heading back down, we're going to go into the No Man's Wharf. How many life gems? I have 9 life gems. I actually haven't checked. This is the first time I've played this character since I uploaded the last video, but I really think it'll be alright, seeing as to how I'm very familiar with the Drangleic swords moveset. Whatever, anyhow. Here we come up on the bonfire of No Man's Wharf. And Lucatil of Maral, shall we indulge in her conversation.
I thought that might be you. You haven't changed a bit. The longer I am here, the more madness I discover. A wretched place indeed, but not without traces of its fall. What could have caused such degradation? Ah, yes. I have not thanked you for humoring me. This is for you.
Oh, you give me a human effigy. You are the sweetest Lucatiel.
Our land of Mirror is surrounded by enemies and constantly at war. There is only one way up in Mirror. Join the Order. My family had little fortune and no name. I had to come with two things. My sword. I was raised to wield a sword from birth. Life was hard, but I never gave it a second thought. I had swift success on the battlefield and quickly attained respectable status.
Oh, am I being invaded? Are you serious?
And then I came here. Have you heard of the undead? I can only... I'm sorry.
Okay, so that's the end of her. I'm actually gonna summon this. I didn't really catch his name, honestly. Invaded by Dark Spirit Paradox Inferno, which is not particularly good. But hopefully, okay, yeah, Alive in Darkness. He got summoned, so I'm gonna let him lead the way. No, not that way, friend. Lead forward into darkness. Out here is No Man's Wharf, which I'm fairly familiar with. However, I do not wish to deal with an invader. So that kind of makes me unhappy that we were invaded. Hopefully he is on the other side of the shortcut and he cannot make his way this way towards us, closer to us. I don't know. I may die, honestly, because this character is not PvP oriented, so I'm really not sure how that whole thing will play out. And I'm pretty sour at PvP, so it's just a luck of the draw type of thing at this point. And we're gonna I found him. Oh, he's a Faith Bro. Okay. And our summon guy, he actually took care of him for us. So, kudos to you, Alive in Darkness. I'm going to give you a quick shout out right now. Thank you so very much. I'm going to give you a bow. And we're going to move forward with the level so that does not happen again. Eee, that didn't feel good. This area here is really interesting because you have several of these enemies, but you also have these dark stalkers who are off in the corners. At the moment, we're not going to deal with him. Actually, I think we are going to deal with him. We're going to run over here and heavy attack, and he's dead. And pick up these iron arrows, times 10. So we just picked up 10 iron arrows. Moving around you, we're going to go up this staircase and to the right. The reason, I think, don't hold me to this because I don't remember exactly. In the last episode, oh god, they're going to kill me. Estes, thank you, Alive in Darkness. You are my guardian angel. In the last episode, we picked up a Pharaoh Slockstone, and it was for this particular Pharaoh Slockstone keyhole. It's so that it will light the chandelier so we can go upwards and not have to worry so much about the dark stalkers like we encountered down below, because they will want to stick to the darkness, and we can kind of bypass them. I'm not going to show off Gavlon in this episode. If I use him, I'll use him in a later episode. I'll show him off in a later episode. So if you want to see that, check back with me later on in the series. But as of right now, we're just gonna let him be in his upper decks of the house that we're gonna go by here in just a moment. But that Feral Stalk Zone actually lights that chandelier, and in this area it's all darkness, so the Dark Stalkers are covering this area. But once you light the chandelier, they're all driven kind of out of the area into that house. I don't know if Alive in Darkness is going to go there. He is not, so he's a rather smart fellow. But through that doorway there is some more Dark Stalkers, and on the second floor, through that hole there on the second floor, is Gavlon, who you can sell your miscellaneous items to and actually buy a few poison moss from, and I can't really. You buy poison arrows, poison moss, and poison resin from him, and those are pretty useful at this point. But I'm going to leave them be. What you really want to focus on is getting this lever. Do not miss this lever, because then you'll have to make a trip back up here. This lever actually it rings a bell. If I can show it, that bell there rings that bell and brings the ship in, which has the boss on it. So you don't really want to miss it, because then you'll have to come right back up here and pull it. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and go forward. I'm actually gonna skip an area. You can go in here and go down this staircase, but I'm not going to. I will pick up these 10 fire arrows and turn around and go right back out. But I'm going to leave it be, because you can skip that little room by coming out here. There's where you would originally come out, but we're going to go ahead and move forward. Over here, you open this door, and there's immediately in front of you, there's another. This message might actually illusion ahead. Yeah, there's an illusionary door. You open this up. I think this is 3 fire bombs. Yeah, and this one's a large titanite shard. Maybe just a regular titanite shard. I'm not entirely sure. 1 large titanite shard. So, but more importantly, up the stairs there's enemies. You're going to die. Upstairs again, there is Lucatiel of Mirah. We want to summon her, and we want to pull this lever, because this opens up a shortcut that it has a few items in it, but as of right now, we're not going to worry about. So I'll show that off in a later video. Down here is a few Dark Stalkers. But before we go down there, we're going to want to run over here to this little house. Open this door, and we have a few sleeping sentries, which we're going to want to backstab and poison. Ooh, I don't want to get stuck by that. Oh, still almost died. But in here is an Estus Flash Shard, which we are going to want most definitely. Let's hit these human effigies. More importantly, on the other side of this wall, I'm going to two-hand the Dragon Lake sword, just so I can get this up and down. So I can get this crystal lizard, get a titanite shard, and a large titanite shard. Soul of the Nameless Soldier, Fading Soul. Oh, another large. And there's the Fading Soul. In here is the Royal Soldier's Ring, which I'm actually going to put on now. That increases your carry weight by a significant amount. I'm going to put it on over the coveted Silver Serpent Ring and see what armor I can't put on. I can put on the helm. That's all. That's all I can do as of right now. But do I have any projectile? Oh, I have this. Oh, he already destroyed it. Awesome. This is a flame butterfly and a throwing knife. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and actually finish up the level here rather quickly. But down the staircase as before, there's a few dark stalkers, but if you light the chandelier as I did, they will shrink off into the darkness. An item here, which is a human effigy. A couple of life gems. There's an enemy here, which is not dead. There's several ways to deal with these enemies. You can shoot some enemies here from this side. You can kind of see them. Or, as I like to do, you can dual wield your weapon. Hit them one time, knock them off. Actually, that guy killed him. Oh, yep, there we go. Killed him. But you can knock them off fairly easily. But moving onward towards the boss of the level. Moving this way onto. Once you get on the ship, there's actually a let's backstab or just kill this guy. There's a rather nasty trap waiting on you with these two guys, because once you get on the ship, they'll come at you, and there's two archers who will also come at you. So you really want to deal with these guys before the archers, or that archer. Oh, alive in darkness. He is taking care of the other archer, so he knows what he's doing. He probably won't last long because the boss is coming. Yeah, see, he just returned to his world. But I'll probably send him a message after this video, letting him know that he's in this YouTube video, and he was a contributing part, and he saved my ass several times. But me and Lucatiel are gonna go ahead, and do I have? Yeah, I got a gold pine resin. I'm going to use that right now and take on this boss. If this video is short, it's because of necessity, and I apologize for that. But I've been really having some technical issues lately, and I can't really help that, so I'm trying to get the videos out to you as quickly as possible. I can't promise anything. I'm really enjoying the videos, but this boss, the trick to him is dealing with the club wielding side as opposed to the scimitar. You can see he's got two upper halves, which is the mace wielding and then the club wielding. So you really want to deal with the club wielding because the scimitar side causes bleeding and attacks in rapid succession. So, but he's not really anything difficult with any kind of summon, so really not anything crazy you need to deal with. Really one of the ones you want to summon Lucatiel for, because it's a really easy boss fight, even on your own, and with Lucatiel it's even more easy. But here is the way to progress forward, but before that we want to grab this chest here, which contains the pyromancy flame and fireball. Something to note about this area is you can see here that my Drangleic sword is really low on durability. The thing about this area is it's a really compact area, but it has a lot of enemies, especially if you don't light that first if you don't use that first Pharaoh's Lockstone to light that chandelier. It's really compact with enemies, so your durability on your weapon is going to be really low. So if you don't have any repair powders, which I do not, it's going to be pretty tough, because most of the time you're going to have to fight more enemies. So the durability of your weapon is going to be put down even farther. Excuse me. It's going to be put down even farther. So you're going to have to resort back to an older weapon, such as the halberd or the homunculus mace. But luckily, I didn't have to do that. So what we're going to do is progress right on forward by examining this Star Searcher. cutscenes are so good with your character in them. Depending, it doesn't matter what armor you wear. Such a cool thing they did with Dark Souls 2. So here we are in an area that may or may not look familiar to most of you guys. We're actually in the Lost Bastille through the second way, which is the lower way to get here. You cannot get back on the ship no matter what you do. So we're going to go ahead and progress forward and see where it takes us. Get on this elevator and it will take us upward. You can see there, kind of caught a glimpse of it, but there's an item there. The only way to get it is to activate the elevator going down, get off, get on top of the elevator, and gain access to that item. But it's a repair powder and I think a scimitar, which I really don't care about, so I'm going to leave it be. However, in this room, I mentioned in a video before that there was nothing in these rooms, and I was completely wrong. There's actually a soul item, yeah, Soul of a Proud Knight and a Radiant Life Gem in this room. Not really a huge item to get, but still pretty useful, I suppose. Here we are, we gain access to some several undead cells, and as you can see on the top left, from that is where we came, and here top left is a bonfire. So what we're gonna do is light the bonfire and actually go level up before doing anything else. Now that we're back in Majula, we will use these 45,000 souls.
However,
actually no, we won't. We will use these consumable souls that we have. 3 souls of a proud knight, 2,000 apiece. Soul of a nameless soldier, large soul of a nameless soldier, and then a soul of a nameless soldier, a soul of a lost and dead, and the fading soul, which is only 50. So every little bit counts. We're gonna talk to what's her face, Emerald Herald, level up a couple times. Let's see. 10 adaptability. 10. I don't want any faith. I don't have any attunement. Don't want any faith. Let's take up 15 vigor. Actually, my vigor is fine where it is. Let's take those 2 up a couple levels. So we're now back at 5,000 souls. Let's talk to her really quick again to upgrade our Estus flask. I think I only had one. Let me check really quick. Okay, that is upgraded. Yeah, I only had one, so let's see if we can upgrade any items here at the blacksmith. Reinforce. That cannot be upgraded. So as of right now, there's nothing I really want to upgrade. The episode is running at 25 minutes as of right now, and that's perfectly fine with me. I'm going to go ahead and cut it. It's been a really quick episode, but the next one will contain all of the Lost Bastille in it, and that's a pretty lengthy area. So until then, I'm Crimson. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time, I will see you guys later.